Aquarius, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the month of September 2022, or as always, whenever you find me is perfectly fine as well. In either case, I do hope this reading finds you well. Now I am still being called to use the Chakra Insight Oracle card, and this will be a little bit of an extra message that maybe help to tie some of the themes together from the tarot cards that come through. Anyway, let's move on because you have the Faith card. I love this, okay. The words on the card are hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Now, this kind of theme has been coming up a lot in the readings, well, I guess in the last couple of months, but more so even for this set of readings. I'm just zooming into that because when I did this with Libra, they had the intuition card. And when I zoomed in, I zoomed out, it exploded into, look at that little explosion of light. I love it. You've done the same. All right. Sorry, I'm getting very excited. What I was going to say is this idea of connecting into higher wisdoms, connecting into your own intuition, connecting into some sort of sense of spirituality. I actually get the sense that a lot of the people that are attracted to my readings and any new subscribers, thank you so much. I feel like, and I feel like moving forward, the people that I'm attracting to the readings are people that have been doing this work for some time, all right? So that's just a sense I have. Look, if that makes sense to you, maybe just drop a comment in the box below, because that's a sense that I get. But I also don't want to be wrong on that. So if there are some people that are maybe new to some of this work, I really do feel like a lot of the people that watch my readings also are very familiar with the meanings of the cards as well. But so I don't want to kind of have anyone get lost along the way. So please, if you feel drawn, drop in. Okay. Now, Aquarius, this is the energy that is coming in from past energy for you. So whether this is from last week, last month, even the last couple of years, I do feel like this is not a recent thing. I don't feel like this is something you've been through last week. I feel like it's something that has probably been something you've been going through for the last number of months. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, this is a painful ending. So you may well be feeling every single one of those swords in your back, and I'm just stretching my back out as I say that. Okay, so this could potentially be you being completely spent, all right, completely at the end of something. I won't get too far ahead of myself. We do have the Page of Wands. This is another, the guides were just asking me to add this in as well. So it could be that after this complete ending of the Ten of Swords, that you are starting to explore new things. You're starting to see the potential for what lies ahead of you. So that Page of Swords, this is possibly a new beginning that you're just coming into. It could be a new offer of something new and exciting to come. We will see what the rest of the cards bring. Okay, so the bulk of the reading I will be using the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chrysanne. We have the Three of Wands. Okay. Now I'm not doing as much shuffling this time around. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. All right. This is interesting, Aquarius. Okay. Now, I don't generally read reversals unless I'm being asked by my guides to do so. And this is the case with this one. You've got the Ten of Swords has come out in reverse. And so that is now the 10 of Swords twice in the reading. But in this position, we have it in reverse. Now, something interesting has been happening with the readings this month, in that often the energy that is the energy coming through from last month has been reflected in the first, generally it's in that first row, but I've certainly been seeing that same card pretty much come out in the readings somewhere for most of the readings, if not all. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is going to sit in the middle of the reading. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so this is what I was talking about these confirmation messages. All right, so as well as the 10 of Swords, we now have the Page of Wands. So these are potentially very strong messages that are coming through for you. So we will keep that in mind. All right, that one wanted to come out. We have the Strength card. All right, beautiful. And just two more cards from this deck. We have the Hermit. All right. And the final card from this deck is the Seven of Cups. Okay. So, Aquarius. Let's have a look. Actually, I'll just pull this other card, final card from the traditional Rider-Waite Smith. This is going to be the energy taking us out of the month into future energies. I am getting told that one, thank you. And it's the Star. All right. Excellent. All right. So let's zoom out. I'm just going to adjust myself in the seat. Now, Aquarius, what is going on? All right. So you've got this painful ending in relation to something. And what it's done is it's left you wanting. It's left you seeking a new adventure. It's left you wondering what else is out there. We have this Three of Wands. This is in the position of your month as a whole. So because of this ending, because of this new curiosity for what else is out there, what else excites you, you are in this position where you are trying to decide whether you should step out and expand your horizons. Okay. The other message here as well is this Two of Swords, all right? So you may well be at this crossroads where you don't actually know which way to go. You know that you need a change. You know that you need to shift your way of thinking, but you're just not 100% sure which way to go. And again, with these two pages of Wands, you know that there's something more out there, Three of Wands, something more. You want to go, you want to expand your horizons, but you just don't know. Like this Page of Wands, she's got three flags there. She doesn't know what color she is, you know. So she's got all these ideas of where she wants to go, but she's still a little bit confused, still a little bit not sure. Right next to that energy is the Seven of Cups. Again, confusion. Which way do I go? You know, some of these cups look full of wonderful things, and then the others I'm not so sure about. Like, I'm just so confused. So I do feel like for some of you there's this sense of confusion because you're like, all right, I can put that journey, you know, to bed. This is the second time I've used that turn of phrase, and I haven't used it before, put it to bed. Leave that painful past behind you. That Ten of Swords, where I was asked by the guides to read that upside down, this is in the position of inspirations this month. So it's telling me that you have absolutely left this painful ending behind you, and you're inspired by the fact that you are leaving it behind you, you've turned it upside down, and that a fresh beginning, a fresh start is coming. But you're just a little overwhelmed by choice with the Seven of Cups here, okay? Now, the other thing that obviously is pretty important here, because you might be watching this going, oh, this doesn't sound so good so far. It's all quite challenging, and I'm confused and I don't know which way to go, and I know I want to go, but which way? Anyway, the upshot is that in the center of the reading, in your emotions, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is confirmation that your fortunes are shifting, all right? The wheel is turning in your favor. The other, that if you haven't heard me talk about this particular Wheel of Fortune, I'm just going to see if I can get that to focus, because it's such a beautiful card. This particular Wheel of Fortune, come on, once I get it to focus. My apologies. Sometimes the camera works really well and then it just torments me. No, I'm not giving up. Is that you, Aquarius? You're not going to give up? Come on, there we go. Right, now move it back slowly. It should stay focused. So the thing about this particular Wheel of Fortune is that the wheel is obviously always turning. But this critter is seated in the middle of the wheel, and she's allowing all the chaos and the movement, all the ups and downs to move around her. She's very centered, very stable. She understands the way the wheel moves, and she knows that if she can keep herself in the middle, keep herself grounded and stable, that she can kind of remain detached or separate from any chaos that's going around the outside of her. So it's kind of like being in the middle of a cyclone, like the center of a storm or a center of a cyclone is where the calmness is. So you can be in the center and watch all the chaos around you. So in terms of your emotions, this could be a good way to look at how to manage your emotions this week, staying in the center and just allowing whatever's happening around you to happen, okay, without getting carried into the chaos. But in terms of the card in and of itself, it does indicate your fortunes are changing, okay? So that though that Ten of Swords is turning up the other way, you are letting it go. Those swords are all falling away, falling out of your back. You can be free. You can be free to explore new horizons. You can be free to figure out what is your best path moving forward. Now this Seven of Wands is interesting as well. So this is in the position of something that's unexpected or a bit of a surprise this month for you. I'm not getting a huge message on this. I feel like for some of you with the 2 sevens, I feel like it's this energy of still kind of figuring out exactly where you want to be, figuring out exactly who you are, exactly where your passions lie, exactly what it is you want to do. So as I said, those 2 sevens are both bringing in that element of confusion, that element of, right, that's not where I want to go, that is. Okay, so that's the sense that's coming in. So for being in this position of something unexpected, surprise this month, it could be that this confusion, this sense of you having to figure out who you are is a bit of a surprise to you because you kind of felt like you knew who you were. And it may be that this old version of you was who you were, and now you've got to kind of reassess who you are without that identity, because that identity is now dead on the ground. Figuring out who you are as this new identity, what it is that drives you, what your passions are, where you want to go, what horizons you want to expand, which path you want to take with this 2 of Swords, which cup you want to choose. There's so many questions around you knowing where to go next. Okay. Now what is coming through is that you're going to, it might be well advised for you to tap into your idea of faith. Now, when this card came up, I'm not sure if I did say it or whether I wanted to say it, but I got the sense of the Star card. And I felt like I wanted to say this card has the energy of the Star card. It'd be interesting to see if the Star card comes out. I don't think I said it. I think that was conversation I had in my mind. But wouldn't you know it, the Star card has come out. And this is the energy that we are moving forward into. So I feel like if you are in this confusion, that you don't know which way to go, that you can tap into something else, and particularly like this particular faith card, it might be about tapping into maybe into your own guides, tapping into source, tapping into your higher self. See if you can get some guidance as to the best way to go. And the Star card in this future position it's confirmation that if you're able to trust, okay, the Star card is about trusting that you will be abundantly provided for. You can see there she's pouring the water out of those jugs, knowing that the water is always going to be replaced. All right, she has an abundance. All right, so it really is this idea of dreams coming true and being rewarded for having that faith, being rewarded for having that ultimate trust and knowing that you're going to be looked after. Now, part of the way for you to get there, as I said, maybe about tapping into your own higher wisdom, your own spiritual resources that you have, and part of it is this Hermit card, and this is in the position of career, finances, and resources. This absolutely could be a resource that you yourself can tap into. So again, we can see that explosion of light that's coming from that hermit's lantern. So this hermit has demonstrated that they've allowed themselves this space to step away to really connect in with who they are. All right, they've figured out what it is that motivates them, what it is that makes them tick, what it is that holds them back. They really understand who they are. They've done a lot of kind of self-reflection, if you will, and what it's done is it's brought through this brilliant illumination. So similar to that explosion of light in that faith card, it's a brilliant explosion of light, this brilliant illumination. And I do feel like that's your way to move through any of this confusion of which way to go, how to get there, and move into that changing of your fortune, moving into that dream coming true, wishes being fulfilled, wishing on a star, etc., etc. So that's the key definitely to this reading. All right. Now, the only other card I think we haven't really touched on is the Strength card. This is in the position of relationships. Now, I do feel like with the proximity to the Hermit and to the Star, and even with that Faith card, I feel like this is actually in terms of your relationship to yourself rather than to others. So I feel like, as I said, being so close to that Hermit energy, it really is about honoring yourself, understanding your own strength, understanding your resilience, understanding that you can go from this Ten of Swords, this completely painful ending, to very easily, I shouldn't say very easily, but really, once we have the tools, we can very easily take this painful ending to a not so painful ending where those swords are falling away, where we're moving on. I do feel, I still feel really antsy in terms of this indecision. I don't know how else to help you navigate through that, because as I said, this is what's coming through, is knowing your strength, connecting in with who you are, what you want. I'll just see if there's anything else that does want to come through, because I feel like you're almost being paralyzed to a degree with this confusion. Is there anything else? Cups for my darling Aquarians, that we can help them out with this confusion. Anything else? Let's see. Three of Cups. All right. Maybe part of the solution is not hermiting yourself away too much. Maybe get together with some like-minded soul tribe and maybe bounce some ideas off them. Maybe be inspired by what they can offer. All right. So possibly that could be a message for some of you, particularly a lot of us have been going through this hermit energy in the last couple of years, the way that the world has been. So if you're feeling like, nah, I don't want to do the hermit again, it might be that this is an alternate way for you to reach that, I guess, a different level of wisdom, all right, to take that guidance potentially from some of your tribe that know you well, all right, some of your crew that know what's going to make you happy, all right. Obviously, you will be the person making the ultimate decision, but it may just help you to clarify some things. And you might have a lot of fun along the way. The Three of Cups is about celebration, all right. Okay, my darlings, I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you really soon. All right, my friends, bye-bye.